you are saying she belongs to the streets and all that, but you entered inside Raw. You did not use condom. You entered inside Raw. So what does that make you, bro? He said a whole lot of nothing. Like, if you want to lie small one like this. Lie small. If you're having an issue with a full-grown man, have your issue. Don't involve those innocent kids. Like, Titi has not done anything wrong. Your own daughter, Rain Oserian, she has not done anything wrong. Why would you involve these kids? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ijoma. If you're new here, welcome. I'm an Accra-based YouTuber right here in Ghana. So please, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe before you leave this place. And for those of you that have been watching my content but you don't subscribe, I don't know what to tell you people, because at this point, you're just stealing. Like, yeah, this is thievery. Because how can you be enjoying something that you have not, I don't know, you've not willingly subscribed to, but you are watching, you are enjoying my content? It's stealing and it's not good. So please make sure you subscribe before you leave this place. Leave your comments below, like this video, share with your friends. Please spread the word that sincerely IJ. Listen, I know sometimes I can be very inconsistent, but this channel is not going away anytime soon. We are here to stay. Before I get into today's video, cheers to my food. So we are going to be eating and talking. Last week I did a review on Yvonne Nelson's debut book titled I Am Not Yvonne Nelson, this book. And since that book was released, it has gotten everybody talking on social media, like everybody. So I dissected the book, I talked about it, I talked about some of the things that impressed me, blah blah blah. And this week, well, first of all, Sarkodie was a major influence in the book. Like, he was one of the significant stories in the book. So this week, one day we're sleeping and we woke up to news that Sarkodie has replied Yvonne Nelson. Now, if you don't know what this is about Yvonne Nelson writing her book. Primarily, the book is meant for her father because she's looking for her father. And you know now, normal level, if you're talking about your life story, of course, you go on put certain, like, some of the things that happened in your life that you think that your reader should know about, just so we can understand who you are, your perspective, why you act the way you do, why you behave like this, why you say certain things. It will all come together. So she talked about some of the very, very significant phases in her life, and one of those phases were the fact that she had an abortion for Sarkodie. And now Sarkodie impregnated her when he was just 22 years and she was 25. So it brought a lot of controversy on social media. People were like, why did she mention Sarkodie's name? She shouldn't have mentioned Sarkodie's name. Some another group of people are like, yeah, she should have, like, she should, because Sarkodie is the one who impregnated her, and if this is the only way for her to heal, like, fuck it, we don't care what anybody says. So it's just been two schools of thought. And people were asking, Sarkodie will not respond, because it's been over a week since she dropped the book and Sarkodie had not said anything. Even me, self, I follow for that matter. I remember doing a video, like I mentioned last week, saying that I really need Sarkodie to come out and address it. I'm not saying she should apologize, because I realize that people do not listen. If you cannot read, at least listen. I kept saying that I feel like Sarkodie needed to address the issue, not necessarily apologize, because he's already done that. And if you go back to watch my video, because a lot of people were just misquoting me on what I did not say. In fact, I got into a banter, a disastrous banter with a friend on Instagram. I never said I think Sarkodie should come and apologize. What I said was that I think he should address this. And I do not blame him for what Yvonne Nelson described he did in the book. If indeed what he did was what she described, he needed to address it by coming out to say, you know what, Yvonne, I was young and stupid. I said that. I said he should come out and say he was young and stupid. He was just 22. Who has not done anything when they were young? Like, which of us have not done any stupid thing? We all have done stupid things. So that's what I was expecting him to do. Not because of his brand or whatever, but for the sake of the people who are influenced by him and his music. So that was what I said. And lo and behold, Wednesday was a holiday. So that was yesterday. Today is Thursday. This will come out on Friday. That's tomorrow. So yesterday, I woke up to go to work, prepare for work. I normally wake up at 4 a.m. because my work starts at 6 a.m. I just saw social media on fire. Sarkodie had responded with a song. I mean, I was happy to hear that Sarkodie had replied. I really wanted him to address the issue. But I didn't think he was going to be ghetto, like so fucking disrespectful. So I decided, okay, let me now listen to this song. First of all, the title of the song says "Try Me." I mean, this is the title of the song shows that Sarkodie is not ready to make peace. He's bringing guns and bullets and bombs to this fight. So I listened to the song and I was like, wow. Here are my thoughts on this song. I don't want this review to be long, so I'm just going to go straight to the freaking point. Like, Sarkodie said all sorts of things, very, very derogatory, insulting words towards Yvonne Nelson. I mean, it's okay to clear your name, but for you to call somebody you once had a thing with, because in the song he didn't even deny that he had a thing with Yvonne Nelson. He didn't deny it. He didn't say that you clearly slept with her. The question was, did you take care of her as you were supposed to, because you were the reason why she was going to have the abortion, because you put a seed in her. So calling her Bashawo, blah blah blah, that she's for the streets, it makes you dumb, first of all, because you're calling somebody who you're saying she slept with a lot of people, but you entered her role. Doesn't that make you dumb? Now, this is not me trying to insult Sarkodie or whatever. I love Sarkodie. Like, I love him. I respect him. I think he's extremely talented. Like, fuck it, Sarkodie is the best rapper in Africa. I said that. Like, I'm not going to let this cloud my judgment. I think he's really talented. I mean, I know how to separate my emotions from facts. And Sarkodie is the best rapper in Africa. Quote me anywhere. Like, fuck everybody. Sarkodie is the best. But now, you are insulting somebody because she came out to say that you impregnated her, she had to do an abortion, and you didn't, check up on her after that. You drove her there, you left her there. You are saying she belongs to the streets and all that, but you entered inside Raw. You did not use condom. You entered inside Raw. So what does that make you, bro? He went on to try to explain the side of his story without really explaining or without saying nothing. Like, he said a whole bunch of nothing. Yes. Because, okay, so let's break this down, okay? There was a part in the song where he says that when Yvonne Nelson came to tell him that she's pregnant, he wanted them to keep the baby. And can respect and spoil. Like, if you want to lie small one like this. Lie small. You, Sarkodie, you said you told Yvonne Nelson to keep the baby, that you guys should keep the baby. Now, this is you, 22 years old. This is you. You had a girlfriend, a serious girlfriend, committed. In fact, the whole world knows that you and Tracy were dating at the time. Tracy was not schooling in Ghana, she was schooling abroad. You were in a serious relationship. And if I don't know anything, from your interviews, you will be say every interview you grant, you're going to talk about how you had it so hard growing up. You didn't have this, you didn't have, even in your music, like how you always brag about the fact that you grew from grass to grace, like you had nothing. You made us understand that you were poor as fuck, like you didn't have anything. That is the picture you've painted, unless you are lying. Unless you are lying, bro. But if you're going to paint a picture and be like, oh, when you were young, you were there, because that's all we've known, Sarkodie. You painted a picture that you are a broke rat. So telling us now that you wanted Yvonne Nelson to keep the freaking baby, like, bro, are we children? No, are we children in your eyes? Who's going to believe that? You were you were struggling. That is what you made us believe. I remember in your early days, the kind of music you do, it's always, I heard. So if you're going to tell us that you wanted to keep the baby at 22, like, me personally, I don't have evidence. So in fact, this what I've said here is enough evidence. Even if it's not evidence, I know deep down my heart that it is a lie. I don't care. You people can say that, hey, I'm just talking. I don't care. I know it is a big fat lie from the pit of hell. Thank you very much, because there is no way. Okay, aside that, you had a serious girl, so you were going to let Yvonne Nelson keep a child when you had a serious girlfriend. Oh yeah, now like, this lie is too much. If it's not today, I don't know, say 22-year-old street boy can afford a personal doctor. I don't know that one rule. Like, it's shocking me. It goes back to my point again where I said that Sarkodie has over the years made us understand that he had a rough growing up. Me, if you want to lie, you can lie to everybody, but me, I don't believe. That does not change the way I feel about you, your music. I still think that you are very, very talented, but this lie, straight, this lie, add up, like, reach, this lie, he heavy, he plenty, where. So for me, I think the song was really unnecessary. I wished that Sarkodie would be a little mature about it. Yeah, people say that will argue and be like, oh, so Yvonne Nelson had every right to name drop him, but when Sarkodie has done the same thing, they don't want it. But when you read the book, I always say this, 90% of people arguing on Twitter have not even read the book. Like, you've not even read the book, or the people that have not read the book are the ones that have the most opinion. Me, because I know I want a very, very I want to say things based on fact. I bought the book, 200 CDs, delivery 50 Ghana with my own hard-earned money. Then, if you've read the book, you would realize that Yvonne Nelson did not insult Sarkodie the way he did her. Even from the way she wrote the thing, you could tell that there was no malicious intent behind her writing. She's just telling her story. You say she's a slut, she's this, she's that, she's blah blah blah, she sleeps around and all that. It's something she's done to herself already in the book, because in the book there was a point where she said growing up she had a very lonely childhood, so music is all she's known all her life. So that's why she's always drawn to musicians. Like this, she has already shamed herself, so there's nothing you can use to like say again for her to feel like, bro, what are you saying? Sarkodie did not address the issue. And I'm so disappointed, because if Sarkodie had really addressed the issue at hand, I don't think anybody was blaming him for what he did when he was 22 years. Me, for sure, I know I was not blaming him. I didn't have any beef with him because he left Yvonne Nelson at the hospital, because you were young. So I would expect that you come out and be like, oh, I was young, I was foolish, I didn't know my left to right. Like, you see, that kind of thing. Then we can all let it go. But then you come and reply with this. It's so low. It is so low of you to do this. I've heard a lot of arguments about Yvonne Nelson name dropping him. I still do not see anything wrong with that. I obviously do not see anything wrong in that. But I have tried to see from other people's perspective where they are saying she went too far by actually mentioning his name, because abortion is a very, very sensitive thing. And I'm trying to understand, like, I'm actually giving myself room to understand and bring myself to be like, okay, maybe she went too far by mentioning his name, but it still did not warrant all this insult from Sarkodie. So when Sarkodie dropped the song, Yvonne Nelson too went to Twitter and was tweeting, oh, Michael, you said this. Michael, you are saying I'm lying. Personally, I thought those tweets were really, really unnecessary. Yvonne Nelson should not have even gone there. And the one that really broke my heart on her part is involving your child and his child, saying that Sarkodie, you have a daughter and I also have a daughter, so let's see what life throws at them. Come on, you, like, if you're going to if you're having an issue with a full-grown man, have your issue. Don't involve those innocent kids. Like, Titi has not done anything wrong. Your own daughter, Rain Oserian, she has not done anything wrong. Why would you involve these kids? Don't let us make our kids go through the punishment of our fathers. Like, our grandparents did that mistake. Like, we should know better. As for that one, everyone else, and I'm calling you out, you should not have gone there. Like, these kids are innocent. Like, why would you even say that? Because I believe strongly in the power of the tongue. Like, whatever you say, and even the Bible says it, that death and life, the power of death and life lies on the tongue. So that's why it's so important for you to always speak positive things. Even when things are going bad, you have the opportunity to speak life into it. But instead, you're like, let's see, well, it's like indirectly you are cursing your child and his child. Like, that's so uncalled for, that's so unnecessary. Like, I have to call you out on that. That's bullshit. You did not do well for that part. But yeah, I can also understand that I was coming out of a place of emotion, because the minute Sarkodie dropped that track, it felt like everybody just forgot about what Yvonne Nelson was going through, like just forgot about her and came on the side of Sarkodie. So I think that she felt some type of way and she was emotional at that point. I can understand why she would do that, but I still think that bringing your children into this mess, it was totally uncalled for and totally unnecessary. Really wish that Sark natives on Twitter would, yeah, I know you love Sarkodie. Like, Sarkodie is your king. Sarkodie is this, is that. I love him too. I remember when I was in my national service, I could fight, defend Sarkodie. Hey, God. But in cases like this, you need to not be biased. You need to look at things, you know, objectively and be like, okay, not use your emotions because you love Sarkodie and all that. No, let's be objective in our thinking. This is to Sarkodie, because I've seen how they've taken this issue and they are making a whole mess out of it, and it's not cool. So yeah, so that is what has been happening so far. I just hope that this thing will blow over very soon, because yesterday the whole of Ghana was at a standstill, and today, like, the tension is still there. I still commend Yvonne Nelson because she's very brave of her to come out and write such a book, like letting us into her life. And it's really paining me that the reason for which she wrote the book is not, like, people are not even focusing on that. She's looking for her dad. I mean, it's not only her mom she wrote about. She didn't write only about Sarkodie. She wrote a lot of things. Like, the book is a 263 pages. Like, she wrote a lot of things, and one of the most important things that she addressed in the book, which people are not talking about, and it hurts me so much because our future depends on it. Sarkodie doing this stupid thing with Yvonne Nelson is not, like, it will not help us to do anything. But she talked about the fact that she was approached by an MPP person to stand for MP in Ayawaso West. Like, she talked about it because they realized that John Dumelo is standing on the ticket of NDC, so they want, not because she could do the work, but they just wanted to throw John Dumelo off his game. That, I think that's such an important conversation we should be having. Yes, Sarkodie, Yvonne Nelson, blah blah blah, it directly affects us because this is our field, this is our country. So it means that if this is what the government is doing, or whoever approached her, which means there are so many precedents. This is something that has been happening. That's why we elect MPs to go and sit there and they don't know jack. That's why our roads will still be, like, our roads are rubbish. We don't have hospitals, we don't have water. People don't have water up to this day. Like, these are really important things we should be talking about. I think we are investing too much energy in the whole Sarkodie bit. She wrote the book because she's looking for her dad, and she talked about other important things in the book. Can we shift our energy a little bit? Because I feel some type of way when I read the parts where she talked about them approaching her to be an MP for MPP in Ayawaso West because of competition. I'm like, bro, like, this, come on. Why are we not talking about this? This needs a lot of energy. The same energy we are giving to this Sarkodie issue, let's give that issue the same level of energy, because this directly affects us. In all of this, the person I'm really disappointed at is Tracy, Sarkodie's wife. Now, I'm not there. I don't know whether Tracy actually listened to the song before it came out. Some people say she may not have listened to the song because she's not a part of their team. But if she did listen to the song and she was okay that her husband should call another woman such harsh words, insulting words, then I'm appalled. I am so appalled. If indeed she listened and she didn't say anything, she didn't try to. Because I don't know, if I'm dating a guy or I'm married to a guy who does something like this, I'll be appalled and be like, no, babe, you can't take this out. You can't let this go out, because this is you disrespecting another woman or even another human being safe. It's not even about being a woman, another human being. But I want to believe that she didn't hear the song. I really hope she didn't hear the song before it came out, because if she did and she did nothing, I said I was not going to talk too much, but here we are. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave your comments below, share with your friends, tell everybody about Sincerely IJ. Share your thoughts with me. What do you think? Do you think it's going to blow over very soon? Because me, I want it to blow over very soon. I want it to blow over. So I'm going to end it here. So you guys take good care of yourself. My food is cold. Let me see. Take good care of yourself. Enjoy your day. And whenever you are watching this, night, morning, whatever, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.